Hey guys, welcome to another LivinginSAtv video. David and colleague and Stephen here, guys, and today we're gonna show you guys the pre-operations before the big rugby game on Saturday between the Springboks and the All Blacks right here in sunny South Africa. Again guys, stay tuned because once again this video will blow your mind.
So my name is Stephen Dupré, founder of a company called Local Abode, and we specialize in public space management. So we basically manage the space between buildings in cities. And we're standing here today at the Ellis Park Prasa station, right opposite the amazing rugby stadium, all in anticipation and preparation for the big game on Saturday against New Zealand, the first time we faced the All Blacks since the World Cup. And a lot of prep work has gone into getting this right and get this working for the day. So as you can see where we're standing here now, the platforms have been redone, everything's been repainted. The idea being that anybody coming into the game can make use of the Gautrain to Park Station, jump across into the Prasa Park Station, which has also been recently updated and redone, and you can catch a train and 5 minutes later stand here at the gate to the stadium. So you can do a trip from Rosebank to Ellis Park on match day and be in here in under 10 minutes, never having to stand in traffic, never having to worry about traffic lights and metro police and all those sorts of things. Easy, quick, convenient and safe. Sunday we had the Minister of Transport, Barbara Creasy, as well as the Premier and a few of the dignitaries from the city of Johannesburg do that trip. They started in Sandton Gautrain station, went to Park Station, came into the Ellis Park station, went into the stadium. It was an amazing experience for everybody, and we so excited to have partnered with Prasa and Gautrain on this initiative. And this is going to be the quickest, best way to get to the stadium on match day and back home afterwards. The last trains leave the station 9:30. The game ends at 7, so you've still got 2.5 hours to hang around and enjoy the victory that we're going to have. Thereafter, jump on a train and you can get back. Starting on the right hand side here, you've got Hallmark House Hotel with the Hallmark House rooftop. You can see Carlton Centre with Transnet name on the top. You can see the APSA building in the distance. So although it looks like it's a far distance, the distance to actually get there is not that far. It is walkable for the most part between here and those places. And if you turn around, you can see the stadium. You can see Ponte in the background. You can see the Hillbrow Tower. There's the Hillbrow skyline. Very important. And as we talk, we are greeted by our new arrival, the new trains that are going to be bringing our folks from Park Station. As you can see, this train is on its way to Germiston, coming through the Ellis Park station stop now, which for many years hasn't been operational, but in anticipation of the game and as a partner to the game, Prasa have redone the station, they've reopened it. You can see people working on the station as we speak at the moment. And as I say, that's our train to Germiston on one of the new Prasa trains. So it's not quite what people remember the Prasa trains to look like. And we are very excited about what this means, not only for Ellis Park, but for transport in general throughout the inner city. So once you've left the platform and got off the train, you're going to come down through this space. As you can see, it's been newly repainted, new light fittings in place. You can see people already use the walkways between here and to get to the station. So you'll come down the stairs, you'll make, depending which side you come out, the right or left, and you head straight through into the stadium, all on match day. I can tell you now there's going to be a lot of cheering and fanfare coming across here. These trains can carry 2,000 people at a time per load, so you'll have 2,000 people all making their way to the stadium. You end up coming out here into what will be an enclosed area. So the whole area goes into lockdown from midnight on Friday evening. No vehicles coming in or out unless you've got a pass. So on match day, you'll be able to walk freely across the road here. The VIP parking for the stadium is to our left. Very few people will be parking here. This is mainly for the production side of things, but this is where you end up. It's a short walk, and we'll take the walk now. It's a short walk to the gates that you're going to enter the stadium at, and there you are. It's easy as that. So at the moment we are walking through a new improvement district that started in June this year. This is called the Urban East District Alliance, and it encompasses Ellis Park, the Athletic Stadium, Johannesburg Stadium at the base, as well as the swimming pool area. As you can see while we stand here, PRASA have also upgraded all the fencing. They've repainted the walls, all in anticipation for Saturday's game. But in terms of Urban East, our main role is 24-hour security in the precinct. So now that students, for instance, who live in those buildings, who have to walk to campus in the morning or in the evenings or late at night when they're walking back from somewhere, there's 24-hour security in the precinct. Since we started with this security in the precinct in June, we've seen a massive decline in criminal element in the area. Everything from fires being set no longer happen, to the odd smash and grab no longer occurs, even damage to infrastructure. We had a substation that unfortunately caught alight last week. Within 4 days, City Power, who have been amazing throughout this process, City Power came, they changed the transformer. The Urban East security guys stuck with them until 11:30 every night, until the power was restored. 4 days later, new transformer, been secured, power working, everything running just smoothly. So you can see what's happened is we go all around the precinct to make sure that all the tripping hazards are taken care of. So as fans are walking down to the main gate, they don't trip over things like, you can see there's a manhole cover that's now been painted yellow so it stands out. The brickwork is now being repaired, and you'll see as we're going around, all the little small things are now being attended to. We 3 days away from the game, so it's the last little 5% now we've got to get right. But you can also see, if you look up, we did a whole project to change the street lights around the stadium, also along Joe Slovo from St John's to the M2, and all the roads around and leading to the stadium on the day. These are completely solar powered lights, doesn't require any power from the city. They've even got a tracking device in them, so if anyone gets into trouble or someone tries to steal the street light, the moment that pole shakes even a little bit, it triggers an alarm, and armed response will come out and actually attend to this and make sure that this is looked after. Careful. So you can see as people start approaching here, this is when they start getting the feeling of what the stadium's all about. We're getting close to where your ticket's going to get punched. You can see the buses in the background. The boys have arrived. They're probably going to be on the training grounds. When we go inside, we can see it. So you can see anticipation has started. All the flags are hung up. The feeling and the vibe is coming in here. Again, you can see more paving being repaired, the routes being attended to. We also did a project where we painted all the bollards multiple colors, just to bring some light and some color into the space. It used to be very bland concrete balls. We want to bring some life into the space. While people are standing waiting in there, you don't want them to be bland. You want to get them excited and feel like someone actually gives a damn about the space. So that's actually quite a nice shot, that. You must see this shot at night with the street lights on. So here you can see this is one of the main access and egresses into the stadium. That road will be closed at Sivrat Avenue. So you won't be able to drive in here, but you'll be able to walk in here. And this is what you're greeted with. You'll see it's clean, it's neat, it's tidy, the painting is done, the paving is done. And this is where you end up. You come through here, you enter the gates, they check your tickets, you're going into the stadium, and you're about to have a good time. The idea behind the precinct and about the thinking behind Saturday is that we don't have a situation where people are trying their best to get in as quickly as possible. We want them to be able to stand outside and actually take in the area that they're in. Very often people say Ellis Park and Troyville and the area surrounding is not a great area. We want to show them something different. We want to show them it actually is a hell of a nice place to come to and change that perception. We've got to manage perceptions, and that's what we're going to do on Saturday. We're going to show them it's a world-class stadium in a world-class environment. I wanted us to stop here for a second and have a look. A couple of months ago, you would never have dreamed of doing something like this. Seeing the youth of today, setting up a camera, setting it up, doing a photo shoot here in the public space, not inside the stadium, this is on the outside of the stadium, and being totally comfortable to do this, not worried that someone's going to snatch their phone or do anything like that. This is what we're trying to promote in the precinct, that it's safe, that it's easy to access and it's open for anybody at any time. They must feel free to come down and enjoy the heritage that is the Ellis Park precinct.
Hi, are you young man? What's your name?
My name's Adolf.
What do you do, Adolf? We see you here with your cameras and all that. What do you do?
I'm a student and I'm also a content creator.
You are creating content. So what is special about this space?
It's safe, it's clean, and it's also near my rest, by the way.
Okay, where do you stay?
Quintal Student Resident.
Okay, which is just adjacent the stadium.
Yeah.
So it's safe. Do you feel safe being around Ellis Park Stadium?
Yeah, I do feel safe, and it's not too far away from where I stay.
Okay, that's great. Do you know anything about the game that is playing on Saturday?
Yeah, I do know that there is a game and Springbok will be playing, right?
Who are they playing? New Zealand.
Oh,
who's going to win?
Springbok.
Okay. Go Bokke. Okay, thank you so much, man. I'm happy. You must talk to more of the young ones, you know, your peers. Yeah. They must come. This is their space, this is their public space. Okay. That's a very important thing, and we are happy to see you out here.
Okay, I'm also happy that you guys came here and we're gonna have fun on it's Saturday. Right? Yeah.
Beautiful. Show us what you do. Show us your thing. Show us your thing, the young ones. Okay, so you're using your camera.
Yeah, I do use my camera.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's great. All the best with the career, my brother. You're looking amazing. You're looking amazing. Oh, well, we like seeing the youngsters doing their thing. Ellis Park, baby. It's safe to walk. Anyone can come here and do their stuff.
Okay, so in part of the preparation for the test match, there's been a massive collaborative effort between the private sector and the public sector. Generally speaking, people always say that Johannesburg Roads Agency don't attend to issues and they take too long to attend to issues. But through our collaboration with JRA, we've had multiple potholes and reinstatements like this done. In the arena, we're a road away from the stadium. This is where people will be walking to and from the stadium before and after the game. This is one of probably about 60 potholes that have been filled by the JRA in the last 3 weeks. Everywhere, as I say, down Jostover from St. John's, all the way down to the M2, Albertina Sisulu, Bertram's Road, Charlton Terrace, all have had some tender loving care from JRA from that collaboration. Also, what we've done is we also brought in the guys from Discovery Pothole Patrol. And in partnership with the JRA, they've fixed some and JRA have done some others, all in preparation for match day. This shows you that collaboration between private and public does yield results. The long-term plan is, this is the start. We want to get the base right. Now, with Urban East in place, if we do find a new pothole being created, there's already a relationship with the city and the love by the city for the area. We'll be able to get it attended to a lot quicker because the city have also invested in the space, so they now have a new vested interest in here. So we'll find that the turnaround time to get things resolved will drop dramatically now that the city have partnered with Urban East in this space. I wanted us to stop here and just to have a look, the ease with which people are using the space. We've got school kids, we've got young ladies walking, lady with her child, people on their phones, and no one feels threatened. No one's running, no one's clutching anything. You can see the ease with which people are walking around here. That's what we're trying to promote with Urban East. We want to show that outside of the rugby game, outside of all the prep that goes into it, this is what the lifestyle in the space can be. We've got residential here, we've got industrial tenants and owners here. This is what Urban East is all about. This is what the Ellis Park precinct is all about. This ease that you can see people walking here. There's absolutely no panic, there's no concern, there's no worry. People know that while they're here, it's safe.
No, I'm happy that you mentioned that, because for us, what is more important is sustainability. I think we don't want just to see something being done just once because there's a massive game that is happening, but it's important that it must be a lifestyle that you're going to live, for the people, the residents, of this area. I'm so happy to see people relaxing, and I'm happy that this is not staged. It's something that is happening, in front of us. Great one. Hi, how are you guys? Do you feel safe walking here? Yeah, it's safe. Do you mind talking to us? Okay, but it's safe.
Springboks, they are the Springboks. These are the players.
Hey.
So we actually have some of the players.
Go Bokke! Hi, how are you guys? Good luck. How are you, coach? How are you? We are rooting for you on Saturday.
Nice, I appreciate it.
We are rooting for you on Saturday.
Thank you for saying
Thank you so much. Are the guys all here? I hope you don't mind me, guys. Hi, how are you guys?
Yeah.
This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. How are you? How are you? Okay. How are you guys? Oh, in the midst of champions. Baba. Nijan. Oh. Hi, how are you? Doing well, guys. Wow. So great to see you in such close proximity, guys. How are you guys? Good luck, guys. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Elizabeth, how are you? How are you doing well? Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Good luck. No idea. Okay, good luck, coach. Good luck. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay.
I'm just super excited for Saturday. Goosebumps.
Shoo! Tell us what it was like.
Such an amazing experience. As you can imagine, being in the midst of champions 4 times. So it's not
World champions.
World champions.
Sure.
World champions. So it's quite an amazing. It's quite an amazing. I mean, I told the guys that I'm rooting for them. On Saturday, I want them, to win. As you can see, they have been escorted outside of the stadium. It's such an amazing experience. I mean, these are our jewels. This is the crown jewel of the country. So amazing. We just go for it.
Springbok!
Springbok! Go for it! Thank you so much for being the champion. Cleanliness is very important in our city. We like what you see. You are very much responsible. Thank you so much.
So where we're standing now is between the athletic stadium and the main rugby stadium behind us. Back in 2010 for the Soccer World Cup, this park was developed by the city and the Johannesburg Development Agency, all in preparation for the World Cup. You can see the piece of artwork, the sculpture, and unfortunately, as time has gone by, the park has kind of fallen into ruin. So part of the Josie My Josie and Urban East initiative was, how do we bring this back to life? We're going to have many people stopping and parking at the athletic stadium. This is going to become a central drop-off for your park and rides from the several malls around Johannesburg, where you can come through to the station, to the stadium. And this kind of became the pinnacle point for people. This is the experience that they're going to have when they come in. And you can see as you walk around here, we've done a lot of work on the paving. You'll still see some of the cement dust that's still lying around. You'll see we've cleaned up hedges, we've taken out all the alien species plants, and we've brought back some of the plants that were needed to be planted here. Josie My Josie is planting over the next 3 days 1.5 million rands worth of new plants will be planted in this space. So come Saturday morning, it will look completely different to how it looks now. Also, if you look, you'll see the paving was done, and behind you on the athletic stadium side, you'll see we've laid new paving, new walkways. We realized the original walkways weren't being utilized by the people. People like to take the path of least resistance. So we've now done paving where people walk so they don't destroy the grass. And again, we've created edgings, we've created all sorts of nice little spaces for people to be able to use. And I'm glad we're getting to see these concrete pillars before Saturday's game, because these high-rise, these 16 concrete pillars behind you are going to be painted Bok green by Saturday. So when people arrive, they're going to enter into a green space. You'll see there's a lot of green on the stadium. We've seen the flags on the stadium, and all these pillars will be green. In fact, if you look now, and we can take a walk down there, our new plants have arrived for our new flower bed in the middle. We're doing an aloe garden here. Hardy, doesn't require much maintenance, doesn't require to be watered all the time, can survive in the space. This is part of our new planting plan for the space. And as I say, come Saturday morning, this will be a completely different look and feel to what we have. If you look to your left, you'll see was an old vending station for many years. That was occupied by people and was definitely a no-go zone. We chatted to the people that agreed to move out. We took possession back. We've now repainted it. There were 2 of them. You'll see one further up. That'll be sealed up and locked so people can't get into it. Long term as the precinct grows and as more and more events come in, those will start to be used for a convenience point of view. So if we have a big event and we want to do street fair and street food and trailer food, we'll be able to use that either as a ticket office or as a booth to sell stuff out of, or whatever we need it to be. It's completely equipped, it's got power, it's got everything, so we'll be able to use that long term when we do more events in this space. So all these pillars that have this horrible graffiti and that on it, some of it's not bad, but unfortunately I'm not an art curator, so I wouldn't know what's good and what isn't, but they're all going to be painted Bok green. So you're going to come into a very, very green space when you arrive. At the bottom there, where the gents are working on that road at the bottom, that's where a lot of the park and ride buses are going to stop. A lot of the Uber drop-off and pick-up guys will come through this point. So this is what you're going to be greeted with when you arrive on match day. So painting these green is extremely important, because you land in a space that reminds you of the box. And that's why we're here on Saturday, to support our boys. So you can see all our new plants that are coming in. They arrived from Pretoria this morning, from a nursery. The guys, you can see the team are out here busy prepping the soil. These will get planted over the next couple of days. Bearing in mind, we have to be done and dusted by Friday. Friday afternoon, 4 o'clock, we've got to be off site and we've got to be ready to go. There's no last minute work on Saturday. So the guys are going to push very hard over the next few days to get this done. But from where it is today, from where it came from, it's remarkably different. We can take a walk down and I'll show you where we had trees lifting paving. We had paving completely falling apart. And you can see here, all this edging was damaged, it was cracked, it was broken. And you can see here how it's all been redone, it's been fixed. We've got it all nice, and even though people won't walk here, it creates there's a visual impact to this. Obviously, if we're going to be planting all these plants, you've got to make the surrounding borders look decent and look good. So we'll take a walk down there and I'll show you the paving that we are busy with. So you can see all these little bit of inserts were done just to make sure that when people walk up here, there's no tripping hazards, and that it looks like people do care about this space. It's not just a forgotten space that you're going to try and rush through to get into the gates. So again, you can see, if you look to our left, people using the space, workers, non-workers, people leaving. There's school children coming on your left hand side, they're walking through the space. Again, no one feels threatened, no one's running, no one's clutching their bags. The ease of this people walking. I mean, you've got this lovely lady walking through the park here, feeling very comfortable doing so. It's exactly what we're hoping to achieve. You want people to feel safe. You can see here too, the same lighting that we've done throughout the precinct was done here as well. So even if, worst case scenario, all the power goes down in the city after the game, we have enough street lights here all the way to the main roads from here to make sure that people, when they leave here, it's still well lit, they're not in a dark, dangerous space. So you can see where we're currently busy with the edging. Left is done, obviously, and right is to be done. As things progress, as the guys will plant, we'll finish doing the plastering on there to make sure that everything is perfect on match day. So again, in collaboration with the city, a lot of these trees had lifted all the paving. So you can imagine arriving here on game day, having to dodge the roots and the bricks that were all lifted and all out of place. So what we did is, with the city, you can see guys working at the moment, the tree roots were attended to and fixed. There's new tree rings being put in place around all the trees in this space. You can actually see where this paving has now been replaced and repaired, because, as I said, this is a central point in and out. It's the main access and egress point to the space, and we wanted to make sure this is perfectly preserved and ready for match day. As I say, you can see the guys, it's now 4:05 in the afternoon. The guys are still hard at work trying to make this work.
Hey, how are you, my brother? I heard that you are the brains behind all the amazing work that we've been seeing here. What's your name, man?
My name's Greg Straw. We from a company Landoc, and we are the green army for Josie My Josie.
Oh, that's
so what we've done is we've come into this area, and it was a combination of rehabilitate, fix, green, create maintenance-friendly, maintenance-free zones. The gardens hadn't been upgraded since, I think, 2010 for the World Cup. So 14 years later, we've come in here, and as you can see, all the plant material and fixing paving where there were potholes, fixing broken roads, fixing curbs, replacing manholes, putting up balustrading, bollards, dustbins, changing the pathways because the ergonomics of this entire park had changed completely.
Wow, that's amazing work that actually you've done. I think people, they always ask this question. We know that is a big game, on Saturday, the Bokke, but how sustainable, is this? Is this a once-off, or you'll keep on actually making sure that it doesn't go back to its bad state?
No, I think one of the great parts about having Local Abode and Josie My Josie involved in this space is it's not a one-hit wonder. They've created a company that is looking after a precinct, not just to upgrade it, but to make it more sustainable. So it's no point in doing a one-hit wonder, what do you want to call it, window dressing. Okay. The whole idea is to do it so it's sustainable.
That's beautiful. Obviously, as a creative, I know you want to go wild. How much of your inputs, you were able to effect here without actually someone, trying to persuade you to go the other way around?
One thing is great that Josie My Josie is led up by crazy people like Robbie Brosen, and as you know how Nando's operates, it doesn't conform to the norm. So we've been given a wide berth.
Oh, that's amazing, Robbie. I'm sure you'll be happy to hear you say this. We love what you've done here, guys, and we're so looking forward to making sure that this is getting sustained. We want people to feel safe, must come in, take Instagram photos, Instagram content, in the space, and we're looking forward to how the space actually is going to be filled. It's going to be looking on Saturday. But in terms of time, are you looking good? The game is on Saturday.
Sure, we're cutting it fine, eh? Look at him laughing behind over there. So one thing about, people turn around and go, it's one thing to clean, but to fix was another story. To fix all the paving. We've been fixing paving for 5 weeks. We've had 36 staff on site for 5 weeks, working 7 days a week, just fixing trip hazards. Because I don't know about you, but when I come to the rugby, I'm not looking at the floor. I've had a couple of cool drinks down the road, and I'm looking at the stadium. So just all of those trip hazards that were all over the show. There were hundreds and hundreds of paving holes here, and we've patched them all up.
Okay, beautiful. Guys, coming to the game, you're going to be safe. There's lighting. They fix everything. Walkways. You're going to be good. And we're rooting for you, the Bokkes, eh?
And there's a beautiful...
Oh, yeah. Show them the garden. Oh, that's amazing. Well done. Thank you so much. We love what we see this. For us, we just want to see a lot of cranes coming up in the city. When we say the city is ready for investment, we mean it. Guys, look at the developments that are happening here.
We're not playing,
Ellis Park Precinct. This is what we want. We want this city to turn into a construction site. And then we love this, guys. We love this. Come and invest, in the city. The city is ready for investment. You're not throwing your money, in the bin, as others actually are saying, but actually it's such a cool and a sound investment. We love what you see in the city. We are passionate about this. The stadium, the Bokke are going to be doing another history, for us on Saturday. We're just looking forward to the game. Let's continue becoming a country of champions.
There you go. We're number one. Number one.
By the way, that's where it all started. The first Rugby World Cup, it was here, guys. Guys, this is our country. They guaranteed us that we're not going to be walking in the dark, and we've seen, and I'm happy that actually there's an infusion of cutting-edge technology. Solar, we are endowed with a lot of sun. So even if, we can have an unfortunate, incident of load shedding, even though Eskom promised us that we're not going to be having any load shedding anytime soon, but we know that we are guaranteed light because the guys, they've got backup. Got backup. So guys, no excuse. Let's come in. But I know that it's a sold-out affair. But I'm hoping that we're going to be able to root, for the Springboks all over, watching it on TV from, everywhere. But we must make sure that we keep on rooting for our boys. David?
Correct, guys. And again, much nice to say. You guys saw it. We did our job as usual. And destroy that like button, guys. And we will see you in the next LivinginSAtv video.